I'm very open about it. I'll tell you up front, I've been to prison. It affects you. You can't have an apartment because you have a record. You can't have a job because you can't have a record. You can't have food stamps for some reasons because you have a record. So everything revolves around you having a record. Hello? This is Sandy. How are you? KOT is Keep On Talking, and it's for women inmates that have gotten out. We do it teleconference. Yeah, so it's just a way for us not to feel like we're out there all alone. My check-in is I'm feeling inspired and moving forward. I went to Plains State, which is a state jail, and I went January of 2016. Well, I wrote some hot checks back in 2000 and couldn't finish paying my probation off, and so I had a warrant issued for my arrest for hot checks. It's not like I'm gonna go apply right now and they're gonna have a job for you, because it's not that way. And I had a lot of people tell me, no, we can't hire you, you're a felon.
The Texas Department of Criminal Justice says it offers reentry programs at 108 facilities, including all of its state jails. Those programs and other reforms have led to a drop in the recidivism rate in Texas. Reincarceration for state prisons is at a low 21%. But advocates say the reentry programs are limited in state jails. Even though inmates serve less time in jail, they still face all the complications of a conviction when they try to reenter the workforce. That's one reason why the reincarceration rate is higher for state jails at over 30%.
Oftentimes, people are being released directly from a state jail facility. They're released probably having not had much in the way of vocational training. They probably haven't received any evidence-based treatment. There's no post-release supervision. They aren't required to have a housing plan, and the state wouldn't have housing for them even if there were a requirement. So oftentimes people are released directly from a state jail facility into homelessness or into the exact same circumstances from which they came, not having addressed the real factors that led them into the criminal justice system to begin with. The pressure on that individual to survive is extremely high, and they're probably going to find ways of surviving that they knew prior to prison.
I was in Plains State. I asked one girl in particular who had been there 22 times, and I asked her, why did you do this? And she said, because I'm a prostitute. A prostitute for drugs. So it's easier for me to go back out there and do what I do because I don't have anybody or no place to go. Most of them don't even get off the bus. They don't even get off the bus before somebody's approaching them because they know they're coming home, and it's not good, you know. There's not enough safe places for women to go, and that's a big barrier, you know. Like, I went home to my family, and that wasn't the smartest place for me to go, but that's all I had at the time. And I went to CDS and applied with the man there. Told him, I said, I have a record. And he says, well, they're gonna do a background check. He said, but you're hired. And so I got a part-time job. He took a chance on me and hired me, and I still have that job today. There's not very many people that do that second chance.
But there have been some improvements made to the whole reentry system. The Texas prison system is getting better at making sure that people leave with identification. They're doing workplace skills. They make sure that people have access to vocational training, make sure that people have GEDs. Oftentimes, these improvements are only impacting a small subset of the entire group of people who are leaving state jail, prison, or even county jail every year. So we have a long way to go.
Welcome to Women Unshackled, the next step.
She was at Bryan.
How long have you been out?
Almost 2 years.
It continues to haunt you. And I think it probably will haunt me, speaking for me, the rest of my life. In some avenue, it's gonna haunt me, you know. So I'm just the type of person who has decided to move forward and do what I want to do to help people like me Now I'm trying to take a humanitarians class. I became an ordained minister on the 1st of June. I want to start going back into the prisons. Yeah, now I definitely want to be a motivational speaker and advocator and do whatever it takes to help people who can't do for themselves. I wish that they would understand that everybody deserves a second chance. Sometimes we just need a yes.